Hey y'all, I'm Nicolette Amarillas. I'm a posture and movement specialist and a strength coach, and today we're going over what I call the prone hip opener. This is a great dynamic stretch or a mobilization to help warm up the hips, the core, the shoulders, and even the arms. I like to use this pre-workout. I will use this exercise, especially if I'm working out in the morning and my hips feel really stiff or my hips feel tight and they just need to be mobilized. I also like to use this as like a midday refresher for my body, especially if I've been sitting at the desk for extended amounts of time. In addition to that, I love it as a stretch that I use after a long day of walking. So really, you could use it at any time. You're prone, which means you're facing the floor, and we're starting in basically a plank position or hand plank position. Let's get there. So hands are underneath the shoulders, palms are spread, palm flat on the floor. Extend both legs so that they're about hip distance, legs straight. Because we're in a plank position, I think it's important we at least just go over this position before starting. Make sure that your shoulders are away from the ears and then you push into the floor so that you pull your shoulder blades apart. From here, tuck in your hips and just find your core by drawing your navel into your spine. And then extend the knees to squeeze the top of the thighs, the quads. So now we're in a strong, stable position. From here, you're gonna bring one foot forward. Now I have quite a bit of mobility, so I can bring my foot flat right outside of my hand. If this feels impossible or really difficult, that's okay. All you need to do is bring it as far forward as you can. So maybe you pause here with your toe on the floor because it's difficult to get your foot flat. That's fine. Then you'll take a step back, hold for just a moment, and then switch sides. So let's alternate back and forth for a few. Step back, foot forward. Now, once you get that rhythm down, you can hang out in each of these positions for as long as you want. Sometimes I'll kind of like sit here, maybe shift left and right and forward and back, create a little bit of circles through my hips. I step back and then I switch. Sometimes I even kind of like push my knee out to open up my hip more. Again, forward, backward. Just really finding the juiciness, finding the openness of the hip, and always remembering to just work in a range of motion that works for you today. Every day is different. So make sure you're only working in a range of motion that's comfortable and helps open up the body. It doesn't create more tension. I'm feeling a big stretch through the front of my hip of this back straight leg, and then I'm feeling a big stretch through the back of my hip, my glute and hamstring of the leg that's forward. I usually alternate back and forth for about 60 seconds or so. Again, going at whatever rhythm feels good for you that day, whatever you have energy for, whatever your body says to you, just listen. I'm Nicolette Amarillas, and I'll see you soon.